Welcome to Freda Chando Analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Your support in this channel is very amazing and I take it with a measure of humility. Now, the former president of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, is a disappointed man. His disappointment comes as a result of the last meeting that they had with the current president, William Samoei Ruto. Apparently, when the IEBC dissenting officials, led by Madam Cherera, took a new twist, and a parliamentary committee had been identified to look into their conduct into the last general election, and Raila had threatened to go to the streets and rally his support base in support of Cherera and team, William Ruto put a brave face, and together with his deputy president, they sounded a warning bell, and they said that in the current century, demonstrations is a thing of the past. But intelligence reported to William Ruto that it was unnecessary. It was not going to be palatable for William Ruto because it was going to result into massive loss of revenue and unnecessary chaotic scenes. William Ruto has just taken over office and they're trying to put structures together. So he really felt it was not going to be good for him when he's trying to put things together. So he reached out to his predecessor, Uhuru Kenyatta, and requested that Uhuru Kenyatta brings immediate truce between him and Raila Odinga. So they had some lengthy meeting because they were meeting the president of Burundi to look for the inter-Congolese truce meeting, because Uhuru Kenyatta is heading some negotiations to ensure that there is peace and tranquility in Congo. So when such a meeting took place in Nairobi, they had some meetings with Uhuru Kenyatta after meeting the team that wants to bring peace in Congo. And one of the things that they agreed upon was that Uhuru Kenyatta was going to talk to Raila to drop his intentions to hold demonstrations in Nairobi. And on his part, William Samoei Ruto agreed that he was not going to interfere with Cherera and team. He had promised to forgive them. That was the basis of Raila Odinga calling off demonstrations. And Raila was a bit skeptical about Ruto's commitment to this. And that's why when Uhuru Kenyatta persuaded him to completely call off the meetings, he said that the meetings are not called off, but they are postponed. Raila was very particular about this because he really had his suspicions about all the promises between him and William Samoei Ruto. And a few hours ago, William Samoei Ruto, acting on a report by the JLAC, Justice and Legal Affairs Committee, he has created a tribunal to look into the conduct, because tribunal will look at the result that is given, the result of the debate that is given from Parliament. And many experts feel that whatever William Ruto is doing is a mere formality. He's got intention to ensure that Cherera and the team are ousted from office because he is preparing for 2027. It is like a game over, because the rush with which the team carried their work and how William Ruto constituted that tribunal really indicates that they are committed to ensuring that they want a new team in the IEBC, considering that Chebukati and the other two commissioners have got their tenure ending in January. So this has angered Uhuru Kenyatta, and Raila Odinga is also vexed. Today, Raila held some meeting, and Raila said that William Ruto is taking people back to the Nyayo era. And in his tweet, Raila said that whatever Ruto is trying to do is something that was there before, and they rallied together and brought that kind of dictatorial tendency down. and was sounding another warning bell to William Ruto that they will rally and ensure that William Ruto's despot character is brought down. And Raila said that he wants Kenyans to rally behind him before it is too late, because he believes that if we wait, it won't be very easy to fight any kind of dictatorship when we leave it to create longer and deeper roots. So Uhuru Kenyatta took issue because he does not understand why William Ruto should sit with him in a crucial meeting, a meeting that William Ruto himself requested for, because apparently Uhuru Kenyatta never requested for that meeting. Raila Odinga was never interested in it. In fact, when Uhuru Kenyatta first called Raila Odinga for this meeting, Raila didn't want to attend. But after a bit of persuasion and because of their friendship, Raila accepted this invitation. And now it means that the battle lines are drawn. Because with William Ruto poised to ensuring that Cherera is going to be thrown out, already Justice Nyang'aya has resigned. Because apparently he does not want to face that tribunal. Why? He knows it's a mere formality. There's no need, he feels, of sitting there with the team, yet it has already been decided that they are going. Remember, there was a tweet that the president did. And in that tweet, it was on 25th, yeah? When the president called the 4 commissioners rogue. You see, rogue is not a term that you can call or refer to people who are in public offices. And with that tweet, and that tweet formed part of the arguments by Apollo Mboya, who is the lawyer for Cherera. And he argued that in light of that tweet, where the president, who is supposed to have the final say on this, had already indicated or referred to the commissioners as a rogue, and he indicated that these 4 commissioners almost plunged Kenya into a crisis, and that they were serving some old masters, dynasties. It means, according to Apollo Mboya, that William Ruto had already decided long, even before this process started, that he wanted them out. And if you listen to what Chebukati said immediately after the courts pronounced themselves and declared William Ruto as a winner, Chebukati said that this is a matter that we cannot pretend that we have swept it under the carpet and pretend that it is business as usual. And he said that these 4 commissioners must be dealt with. And I have a feeling that this is game over. The battle line is drawn because Raila Odinga on his side has said that people should prepare for massive demonstrations. We have freedom of picketing. It is entrenched in our constitution that when citizens are disgruntled about something, they can go to the streets and peacefully march and demonstrate. If William Ruto allows the people to go to the street, if he does not call Raila Odinga so that they can sit in a meeting as gentlemen, I'm telling you, this country is headed to what I call a constitutional quagmire. Because Raila Odinga has got a support base. According to the last result, IBC result, Raila Odinga controls about 7 million. And I know it's even beyond that because there are those who did not vote. So if these people listen to Raila and they go to the street, I have repeated here several times that we are dividing the country further. William Ruto has a sacred mandate to ensure that he unites this country. William Ruto has a sacred mandate to ensure that we are not going to the streets, because this will mean the workers who are paid wages, they are workers who are not even paid salaries. They go to work and they are paid on a daily basis. And it means that people will not be going to work. There are Kenyans who cannot afford 1 meal a day. And that means that they will continue being in the houses. The mama mbogas will close their shops. And you know what that means? We are not going to collect revenue. You all know that when this starts, then the police will start running battles here and there. There are people who will be injured. in the process. We don't need any unnecessary kind of altercation. And how I feel, and I wish that those who are advising William Ruto should know that all over the world, gentlemen sit around tables and they make peace. This is the basis of Uhuru Kenyatta chairing a meeting to ensure that there is peace in Congo, there is peace in Burundi. And one thing I can assure you, that when people get to the street, or when Raila calls people to go for that demonstration, we have youth who are very idle. And they will join that demonstration because they have nothing to do. Donors are watching what is happening. Investors need a very tranquil environment for them to invest in our country. Kenya is already grappling with very many, problems. Rivers are drying as a result of drought. The other day, the deputy president shared with us a pay bill number where he wants Kenyans to donate some money so that we can feed the hungry Kenyans. How I wonder that we are going to pay for Kenyans who are hungry, and yet the president wants people to go to the street. President William Ruto and Raila Odinga must sit in a round table to ensure that people don't go to the street. I can assure you that if people go to the street, you and I will regret. Because when there is loss of revenue, ladies and gentlemen, it is not going to be palatable for Kenyans. I have a feeling that the other commissioners will resign because they don't want to face a panel. They will follow just as Nyang'aya, because they know that when they go there, it will be a formality. The tribunal will give their report that they should be ousted. There is darkness in 2027, because if this trend continues, William Ruto is going to have people who are loyal to him, people who will be in that office ready to serve the executive. And it is setting a very bad precedent. People will be in public offices will not be non-partisan, because they know if you try to stand for the truth, then you are poised to go. I have a feeling that it will take the efforts of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta to come in between Raila Odinga and William Samoei Ruto, so that we can have a truce. And if I ask you your opinion on this, you will answer depending on your political affiliation. There are those who believe that Cherera and team should go, and there are those who believe that they should be left to carry on with their mandate. I don't know what you think, ladies and gentlemen, but my position is going to the street is unnecessary, yet it is allowed in the constitution if Kenyans are disgruntled. And I want to believe that Raila Odinga and Ruto will sit on a table, a round table talks